All right. Let's get started here. Guys, welcome to today's call. Whoever invited you to this call obviously cares about you, obviously wants to see you succeed in life, right? For those of you who don't know me, my name is TJ. I am living in Canada, actually, and I'm a full-time social worker with kids with autism and special needs, and I do this on the side, right? I've joined about 2 years ago, and this information changed my life, right? What you're about to hear, I strongly encourage you to get out a pen and paper because the information you're about to hear is life changing. Let me tell you that. Our platform has 7 streams of income that you could potentially have and more, right? And you do this on your side. You do this on your own time. We would fit a schedule to you, tailor it to you, and we're here to help you. A lot of people, who are a part of this, who are already a part of this, are in these Telegram chats, in these WhatsApp chats, and we're all winning together. We're all succeeding together, right? Because not only are you going to be learning new skills, but you're also going to be, you know, meeting new people, meeting a second, third family kind of thing, right? And it's all about community, and we're here to help each other succeed. So, for those people who are brand new to this, what we're about to talk to you about, it might be brand new to you, right? But just know that you have the resources, the mentors, and the tools to help you succeed, right? Because when you start a new job, you're not going to know anything about it, right? So that's what training is all about. And, that's what the academies are all about. So, without further ado, I'm just going to hop right into the presentation, and then we're going to open it up at the end to any questions that people might have, if people need a little more clarity and stuff like that. So, I'm going to just share my screen and we'll get started. All right. So, you know, just open this here. Slow here. All right. So this is the four-way cash flow, right? So 95% of people make up only 5% of the world's wealth. That's like crazy to think about. So 60% of people actually work for someone. So those are your, grocery stores, bankers, restaurants, and stuff like that, right? And if you don't show up for work, you don't get paid. If you, God forbid, break your leg, you're off work, you don't get your full pay, right? 35% of people, those are your plumbers, your carpenters, stuff like that. So they might have the money, but not necessarily the time to use that money, right? Where we want to get you is on the other side, the 5% making up 95% of the wealth, right? Imagine you being the top millionaire, billionaire in the world, right? You could be anywhere in the world. We have teams all over, right? Hong Kong, Singapore, Nigeria, Peru, Canada, right? So we want to get you into that business owner mindset, right? Where you have money working for you, right? You could be walking your dog, you could be at the grocery store, you could be sleeping and making money, right? And then with those profits, you can actually invest into things, right? Stocks, crypto, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's crazy how this world, the future is digital. The future is crypto, NFTs. If you guys YouTube Gary Vee, he talks a lot about NFTs and stuff. And there's also, you know, sports athletes like Tom Brady in the NFL, and stuff like that, where um, they get paid in Bitcoin as well, right? And just think about how crazy the up and coming crypto world is, right? And so what I'm talking about is I Am Mastery Academy, right? We are going to help you develop skills to be successful in the 21st century, right? We want to empower you with skills so that you can go out there and educate yourself, educate others of things that you learn in the academy and enrich people's lives, right? Imagine if people have a couple extra hundred per month to start to spend on whatever, right? It could be, paying off bills, it could be putting it towards groceries, whatever it is, right? And if you see at the bottom here, there's actually 4 academies that you can get and be a part of, right? So those are part of the income streams that I was talking about earlier, right? The Forex Academy is basically, if I come to Nigeria, I have to exchange my Canadian dollar for the Nigerian naira, right? Right then and there, you've actually physically participated in Forex without actually knowing. And where we want to help you is to make profit whether the market goes up or down, right? Because the thing is, with stocks, you're only making money when the stock goes up, right? Your Teslas, your Apples, your McDonald's, all that kind of stuff, right? HFX is a little faster Forex, right? Those are 1 to 15 minute trading. So for people who have kids, working a few jobs, they're just busy people, this would be the academy for you, right? Because now you only have to spend a 20-minute window in your day and you're in and out, you see your profits right away. And the best part is you actually pay yourself, right? You can withdraw your profits within an hour, right? So you don't have to wait for your next paycheck. For me personally, I work for the government. I get paid at the end of the month, right? And if I see something that I want, say Boxing Week's right around the corner, right? I don't want to have to wait until the end of the month, right? So you can just withdraw and it goes however you've set it up, whether it's, crypto, PayPal, whatever it is, right? And we will help you with that as well, right? And then the DCX Academy is your crypto, right? So your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, all that kind of stuff. And the whole goal of any of these academies is to collect as many points as possible. Think about, a video game or a hotel reward system, right? The more points you have, you can upgrade to a suite or a VIP or, a penthouse, whatever it is, right? And so that's the goal, is to collect as many points as possible. And the best part is, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, I don't have enough capital. But the thing is, you only have to start with 50 USD. It's very, very small, right? In comparison to a lot of courses out there that are thousands of dollars, right? And then, after a weekend, you're on your own, okay? With the ETX part, right? That's your e-commerce. So, anybody who basically wants to start their own store, right? And you never physically have your products at your house. What happens is someone would order from your website and it goes to the manufacturer and then right to the customer's doorstep, right? So that it would almost be like ordering from Amazon or eBay, right? So these are the 4 academies that I was just talking to you about. And really the markets only move in 2 directions, up or down. And the best part, like I said earlier, is you can collect points whether the market goes up or down. And it doesn't really matter, right? So here is just an example of Forex. So this example right here is the British pound to the US dollar. You can kind of see it up here in the top left corner, right? And this trade alone, this is obviously just an example, caught 125 points. So even on the smallest account, you'd have made $12.50. So imagine only taking 10 trades in that month, you've already made 125 USD. And that's the average salary in a lot of countries, including Nigeria, right? So imagine making that on top of your job or jobs, right? And then the Harmonic Scanner, which is this app right here, is basically artificial intelligence that scans the market for you and pops out these numbers. And you only have to really know a few numbers, right? Stop loss, take profit, and then you enter a buy or sell, which when you learn from the academy, you'll know what to do, right? And we also trade as a team so that, any new person can start practicing, and you'll never start with real money. You'll always start with what we call monopoly money or a demo account. Okay. Like I said earlier, for those people who are a little busier, right? This is what we call the HFX Academy, where it's 1 to 15 minute trading and you're in and out very, very quick, right? And you really want to aim for the highest percentage return. I usually don't trade anything 60% or less, because if you're risking $10 to only make like $2, it's not really worth it if the market goes the wrong way, right? So yeah, we again would teach you this kind of stuff, and there's different apps up here you can see in blue that will help you if you decide to choose this academy. Okay. And then the final one is the crypto. So, we actually have an app called Swipecoin, where literally educators who do this for a living, who are millionaires and billionaires, basically send you a notification, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, it doesn't matter, right? We would help you download these apps on Google Play or the App Store. And basically, you could be, like I said, walking your dog at the groceries and you'll get a notification, and all you have to do is copy and paste the numbers and either enter or buy or sell, and it actually tells you, and I'll actually show you a little later on in this presentation. Okay, so again, easy money right there, and collecting as many points as possible, whether it's up or down. Okay, e-commerce, like I said, you have your own store and the customer gets their product and you get a notification on your phone, like a bing bing, and then boom, congratulations, you made X amount of profits, right? So everything's super simplified. A lot of people try and do this on their own using YouTube, Google, or, taking $1,000 course, and then they're done, right? So what we want to do is actually help you, by joining a platform. I'm actually going to show you the platform itself. Okay. So what would happen is you would get your own username and password, right? We would help you, you choose your password, you choose your username. And here's the other thing too, that I want to be very, very clear, is that the Academy will never ask you for money. Okay. There's a lot of scammers out there that are going to ask you for money, promising you X, Y, and Z. We never ask you for money. Okay. You would put your own money into your own account. We can help you with that, but we never know how much is in there. Okay. I just want to clear that air right now. So you would log in. Okay. And I'm actually going to show you the whole Academy itself. So you'd go to im.center. Okay. And then you can save your username and password. It makes your life a lot easier. So you'd sign in. Okay. And the first part you would actually go to is the academies. So the academies actually are 2 to 10 minute videos that kind of break down, what you need to know in order to be successful, right? So for example, if you chose the FRX Academy, right, there's a handbook in PDF. You can print it off, make a binder. I know a lot of people who have done that, right? And then, what is Forex, the history, all that kind of stuff. These are 2 to 10 minute videos. They're going to help you have a basic knowledge, basic vocabulary knowledge, so that when you go on the Go Live session with the educators, you'll actually have a basic idea. I would highly recommend getting like a notebook, from a local store and writing down these notes so that you have it available, or type it up, whatever works for you, right? Some people like paper copy. I know I like paper copy versus, printed copy, but to each their own, right? And then Pip Talk is basically like the Twitter of the Academy, right? So any apps or educators that you follow, you would follow them here, and it's exactly like Twitter. They'll send out a Pip Talk or a tweet, basically. And again, it's the same kind of idea of Twitter, right? And then the Go Live is my favorite part because, basically you can choose, your language, right? So some people might be more comfortable in French, right? We have team members who speak French, Spanish, German, all that kind of stuff. And so you can kind of see there's over 22 different languages that people can choose from. Okay. Then, this guy right here, Mike Sotero, is actually our mentor and one of my good friends. And, this guy here, Ken Vrimo, is actually from Nigeria, right? And one of the leaders and chairman 750 is also from Nigeria, Lagos, to be, more specific, right? But you can kind of see that what would happen is, these guys had 10,000 students on this week, right? And the week's not even over, okay? And then, so what would happen is you would choose whatever academy that you signed up for, right? You would click that academy, okay? And then basically, on the far left side, you can kind of see that these people are on currently, right? So you would just click on their face and you can go on a live session, right? And then their schedule never changes unless they're sick or on holidays. But, you can see all these are in the Eastern time zone. So for those of you who are in Europe and Nigeria, you would add 6 hours. People in Asia would add 13 hours, right? But basically, what we would do is we would set you up with times that work for you, because just because Mike Sotero might work for Sagan doesn't mean it's going to work for Toby, right? So we would really tailor it to the person, okay? And so basically that's the Go Live session, okay? Then another thing I wanted to show you is the Harmonic Scanner, which is one of many apps that you're going to have access to really help you succeed in the trading world, right? So what that means is the Harmonic Scanner basically scans the market for you. We'll let it load here for a second here. Okay, and you can kind of see here on, I'm just going to move this over, but you can kind of see on the far right side here, right? You can see a red number, the stop loss. And here it says 1.560. And then the take profit is 1.572. So what I would do is I would go to my MetaTrader 4 app that you would download and we would help you, right? I would enter the stop loss, the take profit. And in this case, because D right here is at the bottom, which is again, something you're going to learn in the academy, you would be going for a buy. Okay. So all you would have to do is find the euro odd, enter the trade, and that's it. So that's the harmonic scanner. Everything's done for you. You literally copy and paste. If a 12-year-old can do this, anybody on this call that knows how to copy and paste can do this, right? All you have to do is read the numbers, enter it in your app. Okay. Another one that you would also have access to is myswipecoin.im. And again, it's the same idea that you just saw, where you would, find the stop loss, the take profit, and then either go in for a buy or sell, right? And again, I'm going to show you this. So here, right? And it also shows you down here, right? It says buy, where your stop loss is and where your take profit is. So you're literally going onto this website, finding the numbers and entering into the, in this case, ETH to the USD for a buy. And that's it, right? And then the scalper, it's the same idea here as well, where, you would log in, right? And hang on here. And there's also a training here that you can kind of see, so you can kind of go through as well. And so all you see is this thick black line, right? If it closes above 4816, which is this thick black line. So this candle right here, right, is where you would enter. And you can kind of see, oh my gosh, it went from 48816 to 912. That's about a 2,000 pip move. You would have made $20 in about 3 hours, right? Just for entering this trade. And that's it, right? And, that adds up really quick, right? Because, you do that 10 times, like I said, in a month, right? Like you don't even have to trade every day. And, you've made $200 right then and there, okay? And then you would also learn things like different coins to enter and stuff like that. So, CoinGecko is something that the educators will teach you. And then you'll also be able to learn NFTs, right? So these are non-fungible tokens. Nothing is the same. And I actually have, some NBA videos that you can buy and sell. And then with those profits, you can put into your trading and you can invest as well, right? And then another one that I'm really into is OpenSea, right? So all these projects you're going to learn from our educators as well. And again, with those profits, you can learn to trade and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to show you guys and girls, some of the projects that I'm currently in, right? And there's also an app called Vivi. So people who are into Marvel, DC and Pokemon and Disney, you can also be making money through those NFTs. So there's all these projects that are up and coming that you're going to learn from these Go Live educators, right? And you can kind of see these are my 3 horses that I own. So I've made money both breeding and racing these horses and then put it into my investing and trading, right? We're going to help you guys do the exact same thing, right? My goal is to help each and every one of you on this call make $200-300 USD per month to start, right? And it's just going to compound from there, right? Because there's a thing where, let's just say you start with $100 and you only make, let's just say 2% per day, right? And you do this for 30 days in a month and you reinvest about 80% of your account, okay? And you get to take home 20%. Keep this in mind, including weekends, right? I'm going to calculate it now, right? By January 22nd, 2022, I would have made $161.01. Plus, I would have already put $15 into my account, right? So my net profit would have been $76 in that day, right? So it's very easy to do. And, you're only making $2 a day, right? And that's nothing, right? Imagine if you had $1,000, you can risk a lot more. And that's something else that you'll learn on our platform as well, right? So, keep that in mind as well, right? So, I always get the question of, how much is this going to cost me, right? And so the startup cost right now is actually only 125 USD, right? Normally it's 235, but there's a promotion for Christmas that they're doing. And then, for those people who know a lot of people who want to do this, right? You can actually apply for the Tune Free Scholarship. So what that means is, say Sagan, finds two people, right? He actually gets his next month free. And for people who know more people who want to join, and it's not just necessarily from your country, right? It can be anyone in the world, right? We can help you with the social media cold market aspect as well. And that's when the fun starts, right? There's a lot of people on this call that are very close to hitting ranks. So the first rank you're going to hit is P150, right? So that basically what that means, on top of your trading, on top of your investing, on top of your NFTs, you're making 150 USD that's paid by the company. And depending on your country, you also get business write-offs and tax write-offs, right? Like in Canada, I can write off my rent, my car, gas, all that kind of stuff too, right? So, it really depends on your country. We can help you with that as well. And we would also set you up during the launch call, with bookmarking all the websites, setting you up with your educators, all that kind of stuff, plugging you into Telegram group chats. Like I said earlier, you're never alone in this process. And, I mentioned to a couple leaders earlier today, anyone who hits a rank will actually start getting memorabilia. And there's this thing called the Ledger X. So what this is like, it's a secure wallet for a USB for crypto that I just got because one of the educators told me to get this. So it's $150 value. If you go P600, I will personally buy you one. Okay. This is $150 value. What happens with this is not only can you secure your wallet, you're also mining free crypto. And there's next year alone in 2022, there's going to be over 200 airdrops. If you have one of these plugged into your laptop or your computer, you're going to get these airdrops for free. So for example, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, there's a free airdrop. So for every 100 XRP that you have, I have about 500, right? I get 5 free cryptos, right? So again, it goes back to the multiple streams of income, right? And you don't even have to do anything. You just have to buy this damn thing, right? Or you can win it, right? Or use your profits, whatever it is. So, that's it for the presentation. So now I'm going to open it up to anybody who has any questions. You can go ahead, unmute yourself, or text it in the chat.